today's Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Mon going to throw it. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Cook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Mon looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball is thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there for the deep.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if the over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now Wilson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Minnesota.
On the carry, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mond now off of play action. Throw caught there by Osborne. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They go play action here. Mond. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. KJ Osborne there to make the grab. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And once again, it's Eskridge. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Anthony McFarland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 136 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Off the play fake, Mon. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught at the 1. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 17.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.